Hey, how is everybody doing this morning, this afternoon, or this evening? This is Grumpy Jeff coming to you with a video on a champ. I honestly made a video just so I could say Dilgol a lot. One of the craziest names out there, I think. And definitely a kooky looking character. I really dig his whole outfit. I think it's the only gun in the game, so that's kind of new and different, but definitely a dwarf thing. So as you can see, we'll go over the build out here real quick. I used a lot of my my perception gear here just to get that little 5% speed bonus and just really kind of get crazy accuracy on him. And then I used a 6-star accuracy chest. Obviously it has no benefits because it's just a standalone piece. And then I used a attack percentage. So there's like 5% crit out of masteries and 38% crit damage again. I'm not really going for that. I really am going for the accuracy on this guy's build. Because if you're not going to level him up to 60, you're not going to expect too much damage out of him, pretty much at any level. Plus, he's not really meant as a damage dealer. Either as an attack champ. You got your decreased speed on the A1. I was 2 books shy of booking him all the way out, which, I mean, you're talking 25% decrease, or 50% chance of 15% decrease speed. So it's not bad, but it's not great. It's an A1 skill. I got lucky enough that the books managed to finish out the A2 here, so attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy buff for 2 turns. And that is fully booked up, which gives me, what's that, 85? My math's terrible. 25? 75% chance, excuse me. No, I'm right. 85% chance of doing it on 3 turns. And a decrease accuracy is actually pretty darn good. Anytime someone's laying down poisons, or they're laying down decreased attacks, or they're laying down anything, basically you're dropping it and you just pair them with some resistance, and you got quite a nice little duo there. You're going to resist a ton of stuff. And then, of course, Big Game Hunter, a good full-on, the strong 60% decreased defense for 2 turns. It has a 40% chance, buffed up to a 65% chance, but you get 3 attempts at it. So you have a 65% chance of putting a decreased defense, but you get 3 attempts. So, I mean, you're rarely going to miss this one. So that's not bad at all. As you can see for the masteries, I just did the basic stuff here. Higher little health on a kill, your increased crit rate, increased crit damage, accuracy, and then accuracy if all the skills are on cooldown, or have no cooldown. So I'm not really trying to build them out to be an ubermensch. The truth of the matter is, if you got this guy on a free-to-play account, you got this guy on a budget account, and you're not spending that much, he's not really one you'd want to focus to take him to 60. I mean, unless you just like the champion. If you like the way he looks and you just love using him in your routines, you can fit him in there and you can get him to a level 16. He's going to do some work for you. But it's just a hard sell. It's a really hard sell to say, oh, you must max this guy, especially because, you know, you go to some of these accounts, you go look at their great hauls, it's all gold. And if you have all gold in your Great Hall, any champion can just wreck house. Anyways, but let's get on to how we're going to use this champ. So we're going to jump into some dungeons here. We're going to start with spiders. So the way I built out my spider kit was for basically an affinity baiter. So we're going to go over here to stage 16. Alright, here we are with the team. We got Armiger for our decreased turn meter and, of course, some heavy hitting. We've got Drexthar, our legendary, who you can attain through the tag team arena, doing our provokes, our decrease attacks, and our HP burns. He's going to be our main damage dealer. We got our Apothecary running in lead, so we get the 21% extra defense. And we get the speed and the heals out of him. Reliquary Tender is going to come up in the back, basically being our healer. And also our Revivalist, as she can also clear off debuffs. And then Dilgol, our Spotlight champ, decrease accuracy, going to keep those poisons off of our main man, Drexthar. So here we go. He does have the decreased defense, which will help out with the damage as well. And then he also has his speed mitigated on his A1, so 15% speed decrease, which will help a little bit if he lands it, although he doesn't always land it. So I'm not really counting on it. Plus, at 15%, it's not going to be enough to really kind of assuage any other turn meter increases or the spider from going. So there you go. You get the decrease down on the 3 attacks at 65%. It's just killer. And as you can see with the decrease accuracy, Drexthar's not getting that many poisons on him. He's just not getting that many, which is a huge, huge help for his survivability. Alright, there we go. Still got some shields up, that's nice. Got one poison on Drexthar, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have Armiger is a defense champ, always good to note. With Apothecary in the lead, his defense aura is going to help him lay even more damage down. So that's really nice. I worry a little bit. I go back and forth between having Drexthar in the lead and having Apothecary in the lead, because Drexthar's aura is accuracy, which means I'm going to land those decreased turn meters a heck of a lot more with Armiger. His accuracy is high, but I always like to have a little more if I can get it. Alright, so it looks like we're doing alright here. Laying down a heck of a lot of those burns, which is really how you just womp the spider. There's some more heals. Another decreased turn meter, that's excellent. Some speed ups. It's going pretty well here. Look at all those burns out there. I think every spider is currently burning, which is just awesome. Nice. Good work there, team. Doing it how they should do it. We got a minute 39 in. Decrease turn meters hitting. HP burns are hitting. Yeah, knock those accuracies down. He's now the target because he's the weakest guy out there. So they will just target him because he's weak, which is fine at this point in the battle. He's no longer necessary. I'm at a level 50 with less than 50% health. He is the main target. They're just always going to focus on him. As long as we keep our Drexthar alive and we keep our burns going, which is hard to do when Dilgol's up and around. There we go. Some more burns, some more burns, some more burns. Later rest at Armiger most likely will finish this off if he gets to go. Boom, later rest. And there you have it. It's a nice way to build out a nice little spider team with Dilgol. You can use this against other affinity spiders. You know, stage 17, stage 18, 19 until you get to 20. And basically you're going to want to put some kind of bait. You always need the negative affinity bait. Otherwise they will go for Dilgol. He's just your weakest champ. Or you can just massively increase his HP and massively increase his defense to kind of keep those spiderlings from targeting him. But that's what I would do. So now we're going to go ahead and jump over to another dungeon. And let's go to Dragon Lair. What are we going to do over here? Let's see. Stage 15. Is that what we want to do? We want to do Stage 3. The first time you get the 6-star. Just show you the 13, how I'd run him. I have Thenisil. That's my lead over here. He's just going to be the reason you kind of pair him with Dilgol. So we'll go ahead and run him there real quick. This one shouldn't take that long. The whole idea is you're going to decrease the accuracy, which is going to just greatly improve everyone's resist. And then you have Thenisil as your lead champ, who has, I think, plus 70 resist in dungeons. So you're going to see these guys kind of wipe out. And you can also see how Dilgol can lay down some damage since it's a lower level dungeon. So he's not going to be a damage dealer by any means. But he can help with the mobs, so to speak. And then obviously I have my Sickle of the Drakes. She's there to do my revives and whatnot. She's a free to play. If you play long enough, you're going to get Sickle of the Drakes. So again, that's why I use legendaries like that in these kind of comps, to kind of show you that, you know, this is how you could build this out. This is the type of champion. Could you replace her with a Reliquary Tender? Yes, you probably could. You could also replace her with another really good healer. Maybe Doom Priest for this particular affinity with her 7.5 heals. Just keep her speed up. And then... Oops, popped the microphone loose there, guys. Sorry about that. And then, so you could, like I said... oh, and I turned the system audio on. I nailed that one. Just Grumpy being grumpy, I guess. There you go. So you can see how the dragon just gets taken down. Oh, those are some shitty boots. Excuse my language. I apologize for that one there. But as you can see, they just kind of wreck house a little bit. Let's take it up to... So yeah, then you start going to do your... Yeah, why not? Throw stage 17 out there real quick, see if they can do that. I haven't run this one. I have no idea if they'll make it all the way through. But you can kind of just see how they can help out with all that kind of noise. So there's nothing overly special about this. All these characters are definitely obtainable. Dilgol's probably the most attainable right now because there are a couple different ways to win him through the fusion event that's going on. So it looks like they'll be able to handle this one here. I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. I'll pause it and then we'll jump over to the dragon when they make it there. So hold on for one sec. Just bringing you back in to show you how the decrease accuracy put on these ads here. They're going to keep them from dropping any of their nasty stuff on you. So if they have poisons, if they have defense downs, if they have decreased attacks, Dilgol's decreased accuracy is going to keep them from laying it on your champs, which is going to give them a better chance to survive through these levels. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that to you guys. As I'm putting all these debuffs on them, they're not able to put any debuffs down on me, which is a huge deal. And then they can just work their way through them slowly. Although you can see, minute 25, not too slow. As for the dragon itself, I'm not sure if this team has the strength to get through it. The decreased attack or accuracy is going to help a little bit. The increased resistance is going to help a little bit. But I don't think they have the strength to blow through this purple turn meter, so to speak, and survive it a third time. They might survive the first two, but I really think they'll probably get wiped on the third one there. Which is not really what you want to see when I'm doing a champion guide, but like I said, this is a realistic build of this champ. This is something anyone can do. Most of the gear that's nice on there is the perception, which you can build yourself. You have the forge. You're able to put that stuff up if you want to, and then where you put it is just up to you. I like putting a ton of accuracy on my champ because all of his moves, his A1 through 3, all have special abilities that are going to help with just massive accuracy. And remember, with dungeons, it's roughly 10 times the dungeon level is what you need for the accuracy. So if it's a level 20, you want 200 accuracy. You could say 11 times, just to be safe. 11, 12 times, just to make sure you can get through there. That's really up to you. I like to go overboard. I think this Dilgol had a 270, close to 270 accuracy. So definitely more than necessary. It looks like they are going to womp through this one pretty easily. So you can see how he just helps kind of mitigate some of the other stuff going on. Some of the other damage done there. He's going to keep the debuffs off your guys. So instead of having a cleanser, you're having a preventer. So you don't have to wait for the debuffs to be cast. You can just prevent them from ever happening. And then we're going to go over to Ice Golem's Peak here real quick. And we're going to run, let's see here, stage 14, where you start getting that 6-star gear. And I'm even going to run some a little bit weaker comp here. I didn't want you to have me always using legendaries and all that stuff. So this has 2 uncommons, both turn control meter guys, 2 epics. I got Caden and I got Fenisil in there, and then I got Dilgol doing his little damage over there and decreased accuracy for everybody. Plus the decreased defense isn't bad either. And a couple times I have run this one, Outlander gets wiped a couple times, but that's why you have Caden. He's going to bring him back, and they're going to focus on him because they're negative affinity. Both him and Armiger are negative affinity, so they're going to keep the damage off everybody else, which is perfectly fine. There you go. First time back. Probably go down, maybe even again during this. Oh, there's a decrease actually. Down again. So, we'll make it to the boss here in just a second. Armiger's a heck of a lot stronger. Being a defense champ, negative affinity is not going to affect him too much if you build him outright. I like to have a lot of crit damage, but more than anything else, defense percentages on your Armiger. I will do a video about him. He's an awesome champ. He needs another video. I know there's a bunch out there, but one more isn't going to hurt that guy. But against the Ice Golem here, decreased turn meter is nice, because you don't want those... Ooh, and he nailed his late arrest, so his A2 Armiger, that ad is never coming back. But the decreased turn meter, excuse me, is because you don't want him to do his back-to-back. You want his Frigid Vengeance followed immediately by his standard attack. That's what wipes teams. So that's what your decreased turn meter is really going to do for Ice Golem. And then your decreased accuracy from Dilgol is going to make sure your team doesn't freeze. Because that's one of your big issues. Like right here, you may see 3-4 champions get frozen there, and all of a sudden, you're down another turn. Oh, another block revive. So no more ads for the rest of this, which is huge. The Ice Golem, for every one of his ads that's alive, he ignores 50% of your defense. So up to 100% of your defense he's just ignoring. Those guys are never coming back. So we'll just work on that turn meter and keep that defense down, keep that accuracy down, and only the Frigid Vengeances are really going to hurt us all that much. There you have it. There is Dilgol just being a champ. He is a niche champ. He does fit in all over the place, but I do not think you should level him up to a 6-star, 6 affinity guy unless you have the gear and the time that you want to put into it. Cool looking character, I get that. But don't waste your time. Put your money, your effort, especially if you're a free-to-play player who has no money and effort, or you have effort but no money in this. He's just not worth it. 5 stars, fine. 5 stars is going to do you great. Make your 6 stars count, your epics, your legendaries that have the staying power. I would, Caden right here, heck of a champ. Alright, that just cut out for the final time, so I'm just going to wrap this video up. Anyways, Dilgol, average champ, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications of future videos. Also, smash that like button on your way out. I appreciate you guys so much. And remember that my budget account, once I reach 1,500 subscribers, I will be giving that account away to a raffle that we're going to do on a special video. So that will be a free account that I'm going to keep improving as a giveaway. Thank you so much again. You have yourself a wonderful day.